Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Hermanns, Hausen. Got a really embarrassing omission. I didn't think of it. Last episode, I was dead keen. I actually built the whole episode around getting the tailor shop. One thing I totally forgot about. I've got to own the spinnery to produce the fabric before I can use the tailor shop. So that's thrown all my plans up in the air. Good news is I didn't actually spend the money. I'm glad I decided to hold back to buy to spend the money in this episode. So because of that, I'm not going to buy the tailor shop just yet. And right now I got no idea what I'm going to do. I'm just going to check everything and sort of do everything on the fly and see what I can think of. Just let's have a look. So where are we? We're at the okay, that's handy. We're at the spinnery. So I'm just going to dart around. First of all, I'm going to find out how much the spinnery is to buy. Now, usually these big productions like this are well over $100,000, even $150,000. Oh, that's a supermarket. Okay, well, hang on, I'll just get back in there so I don't freeze. I'll check the map, because I know there is a spinnery here. I think it's here. Is that the spinnery? Let's visit the spinnery. Okay, so this is the in-game spinnery. I need to own this before I can produce fabric for the tailor shop. At the moment, if I hand my wool in here, it'll just give me money for it, obviously, because I don't own it. So I'm just having a look around here, looking for a sell point, looking for another trigger. I thought I saw another trigger around here. Looks like it's underground here, maybe. Is that it there? Buy spinnery, $221,000. Wow. Okay, well, that could leave me with another option then. Maybe I should look at the mod hub, but I haven't been on the mod. I only just thought of this as I was reviewing the last week's episode. That's when I realised. So I'm just going to dart in now, and you can have the fun to see what we can find, if anything. Hopefully this shouldn't take too long. What am I doing? Quit, control, settings. I'm probably going to have to go outside the game for this. Okay, bear with me. I'll just do a cutscene back to the mod hub. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, we're at the Giants official mod hub. Now, I know you can download stuff through the actual game itself before you start, but quite often this is where I quite oftenly download a lot of the mods, simply for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's got a better search option, which you don't get in game. You got to literally know where the mod is to find it. They have limited titles, subtitles, and they break it into categories, but essentially they don't have a search. That's one of the things I like about it. The other thing is, if you look at something in the in-game download section, you usually only get 3 photographs of what the item is. If you go on the actual Giants website, which is farming-simulator.com, and then you can click into mods, you get far more photos of the mod itself and a bit more information about it. So right now I'm just going to look for production mods and specifically look for a spinnery. Maybe instead of buying the tailor, which I've already got downloaded, maybe if I can find a spinnery mod. A spinnery, if there is such a word. Production sites. Okay, so here it'll list all productions. Now I might just type in spinner reef here instead of looking. I could look through them all. I'll see how many pages there are. There are 10 pages. Logistics Centre, that's another mod I wouldn't mind getting. Some sort of possibly for my other playthrough. Anyway, spinnery. I'll just type spinnery because I can't spell. I think it's S-P-I-N-N-E-R-Y, but supermarket. Maybe there's. I'm not even sure even if there is a spinnery. What's on page 2? Probably needs more information. Oh, spaghetti production, that's interesting. You know, that's the other thing. Maybe I don't need to go and get a spinnery because there is one on the map. Oh, small production, optional. Optionable shed. I don't even know if that's a word. Optionable. What we got here? Greenhouse. I'm just going to spend a little bit of time here doing this. So this is what I mean by you get more photographs if you go through the actual official site. I mean, this will still be in the in-game menu, but you'll have to know exactly. You have to go placeables, production sites, and sometimes it can take a little bit more tracking down. And it's a good price too. But what is it? Small production pack, increased cycles, and optional roof. Optional roof. I think a bit's missing out of that. Maybe there's some solar panels or something on it. This looks pretty in depth. I might actually get. It looks interesting. I might look at it onto my other map. Small production. That's an option I'll have a look at. Green Bites Express. I'll have a look at that one. Let's have a quick look at first page. Because I was ruling everything else out before. What have we got? Bulk vegetables, steel tracker, specialised. I might have a look at that. Right, I'll just type in spinnery because maybe I didn't give it enough information, or maybe there just isn't another spinnery production. I think that's what it is. Okay, there doesn't appear to be another spinnery production, but let's have a quick look at some of the other stuff. This looks interesting. What is it? Placeable production site. $45,000 supply. What's the output? I don't feel like reading. It's too early for me to be doing that much reading. You know, I think I'll get it. I don't know what it is yet, but I think I'll get it anyway. This just copies it to my, the way this works is it saves it to wherever your designated downloads go to. More than likely your download folder, or if you've got another specific internet folder you use for downloading, that's where it saves it to. All you do is you literally cut and paste it into your mod folder, into the game mod folder. That's it, and then you start your game up and then select it. So that's what I'll be doing with anything I download. What's this one here? Green Bites Express Productions. Okay, mozzarella, flour, Buffalo mozzarella. What's buffalo mozzarella? I dare say you might need the maybe buffalo milk, maybe, to make the cheese. Spinach dip, spinach, eggs, oil, garlic. You know, I'm going to get this because this is going to encourage me to have all different types of crops. Yeah, I'm very much interested in this one. Green Bites Express. So I'm going to get that one. Hey, what's this one? Specialised products. Okay, so again, flour, eggs, tomatoes, buffalo mozzarella. Is that the same one? I'm not going to get this one, simply because I think it's pretty much the same as the other one, or at least similar. Actually, I will get it, but I'll how much is it? 150,000. No, I don't think I'll get a huge one. I've got a small one. I'll stick with that. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to cut back to the map, to the game. But all I'm going to do is go to my download folder and cut those two mods, those zip files, and just cut and paste them straight into the game mod folder, and then that's it. So I'll see you when I do that. I'll see you back when I do that. Okay, I've cut and pasted them, put them into those two zip files. Just I didn't unzip them or anything. I've just literally cut and pasted them straight into the mod folder. Reboot. I went out of the game. I closed the game down before I did that, and then I've rebooted the game, and this is where I am. And you'll see that's one of the downloads I've just done. Okay, and there's the other one. Small Farm Productions and Green Bites Productions. Okay, so we'll just hop back into that. This is just an update telling me to update the map, which I don't want to do, because I tried that once early in the playthrough and it corrupted the map, and I basically had to reload an old copy to get it back up to scratch. So that's the only thing that it wants to update is the map. I'm going to play through. Now, there's nothing wrong with the update itself. It's you know, I actually wanted to play it with the update, but for me to play it with the update, I've literally got to start a new game. Okay, so I'm just going to go back into here, get out of the snow, and I'm just going to have a look at some of the the new productions. I just got to work out how to do this. I've just come off a night shift, so I'm a little bit groggy. Silo section, constructibles, container tools, farmhouses, productions, factories, selling points, greenhouses, cultivation. Okay, so it's probably in here. What's that one there? That's I'm just looking at the price point at this stage because I don't think it's going to be an overly expensive ones because they look pretty small. What's that one? Carpentry. Oh, okay. That's the tailor shop. If you haven't already seen it, that I downloaded previously. This is what I was going to put up today, but I suddenly realised I need to feed it fabrics, so I need a spinnery for that. I haven't got a spinnery. There we go. This is one of the. Now I can have a good look at it. Be nice if it actually opened up a menu for it. But you can see what it's. You can see at the bottom what it does anyway. So it inputs a whole heap of different ingredients and produces a whole heap of other stuff that's probably worth a lot of money. So essentially, this is a great idea, and probably today I might even put this one down instead of the tailor. I just want to have a quick look at the other one I downloaded, which I can't even find now. What's that one? No. Lime, sugar beet processing plant. Oh, here it is. Hang on, here they are. Green Bites Express. Was it that one? Okay. What's that one? No, it wasn't that one. Okay, these are the two, 36,000, 45,000. They're the two mods which I've just downloaded. I'm looking at the output, and I'm thinking that a lot of the output products are going to require a lot of different ingredients. This one here, I think it's going to be a lot simpler, like converting milk to cheese and stuff like that, rather than converting milk to cheese, add the eggs, put the sugar to make the cake, and all that sort of stuff. So, I'd like to see a better information on it though. But anyway, I'm more than likely going to put this up today, and I can do that actually now. So that's what I'm going to do. There we go, problem solved. I've got the money from the tailor shop. So I'm going to zoom out and try to find that. I'm going to put it on that patch, that block of land, which wow, this is interesting. With this snow, I'm really struggling to find out actually where my block patch of land is. It's over here somewhere. Somewhere around here. So if I just highlight it, that one, maybe it'll, well, here we are, maybe down here somewhere. Okay, that's some of my tools. It's probably, I'm going to go for a drive in the tractor and find out what. Yeah, I'm going to go for a drive to the site. We're going to put a new production down now. I just can't see the site because of the snow. Wow. Just gonna have to check my map. Oh, wrong one. Whoa. Come on, shouldn't be going that fast on snow. Come on, how much more room do you want? Snow is very slippery. Alright. Okay, so I'm just heading out to the vacant field that I ploughed that took ages. It's actually probably the smallest field I got, but it took the longest time to plough. That's where I was originally going to put the tailor shop. But I'm going to turn it into a production area anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I can still save up for the tailor shop, and I will. But for me to do that, I've got to own the spinnery first. Well, this series is going to definitely generate a lot of money, so that'll definitely happen. Okay, so it's around here somewhere. I'm just going to, oh, it's no point referring to, actually, I can use the mini-map because the mini-map's showing where the fields are. I know which field it is, it's just it's really hard to see through the snow. It's number 42. I'm pretty sure it's number 42, which is, I think, this one here. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just park the tractor in the middle here so I know roughly where to put it. Try that. Right, hop out, and we're going to construction mode again. Yeah, I was going to get this one here. Okay. I mean, I don't even know where the this snow makes it so hard. I'm just trying to work out where the triggers are. Wow, I wish I could see. It's really difficult. There's nowhere that's straight concrete. Huh. Alright. I'll be so glad to see the end of the snow. There we we are. Here we are. Alright, I wonder if I can get right down. Okay, there's a trigger there on the left. Okay, got 2 triggers there. Okay, that trigger looks like a dumping point, and so the dumping point's there. Okay, and then okay, so I got a rough idea. And I think that's roughly the well, that's not quite what I wanted to do. I'm trying to turn it around a bit. There we go, that's what I'm trying to do. Sorry folks, it's really hard to judge with this snow. I'm almost tempted to wait until snow finishes. The boundary sort of goes like there. Again, I'm just trying to make sure everything matches up nicely. I think that is about where I want to have it. Although, now I'm looking for the other trigger. Oh, there they are. There it is, this side. Okay. I just wanted to confirm where the triggers were. I'm going to put it here. I just got to line it up properly as best I can. I think that's about right. Bang. Done. Right. I probably should have waited till the snow finished, but I think that's okay. This is going to be a production area anyway. I'm going to turn this whole block into a production area. Right, so now I can have a better look at it, what we got here. Wow, this is what I was sort of looking for. Right, okay, so on this menu under products, this is the output. I'm looking for the recipe now, and that's the recipe on the bottom right. It's saying I've got to put mushrooms in there to get fried mushroom, is it? Okay, so to get fried mushrooms, I need mushrooms. So that could incentivize me to turn one of these fields into mushrooms. Now I hope that means I can grow them, or is that a greenhouse? That might be a greenhouse. Okay. Okay, that can work. What else can I do? I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what that is. Mozzarella. Flour, buffalo, mozzarella. So you gotta make mozzarella before you get that. Spinach dip. I could do this one. Grow spinach, garlic and eggs. And sunflower oil. So I'll need to put a production of oil, an oil production down to get that. But I can at least start off by doing fried mushrooms. And maybe other stuff. I haven't gone through everything yet. Canola oil. I think the next production I'm going to have to do is some sort of oil production, because it's already got 2 of them needs oil. 3 of them needs oil. Okay, so that's my next production line, is going to be some sort of oil production. Okay. Recipe, fried green, fried, everything's fried. Okay, except for a couple. Here we go. Bread, garlic. Okay. So realistically, flour, oyster mushrooms, and oil. I'm going to have to, before I can even use this, I'm going to have an oil production set up here too. So I'll just see what we got in game. Just bear with me for a moment. I'm really trying to get my head around a few things right now. Okay, if we go here into constructions, I'm looking for an oil. I know they exist, and I know they're also mods, but I'm just curious to see if we've got some sort of oil production in game. And if we do, chances are it's going to be, here we go, oil mill. How much is that? 240,000. Okay. Paper factory. Right. Bakery. I thought I saw a suit factory. Potato processing. Which one's that? That's that one. No, this one. That's a suit factory. Wow. There's some big prices in here. Carpentry, preserved food, dairy, grape, grain mill. Okay, that'll make my flour. That's another thing we've got to make. I can probably afford to make that somewhere. Oil, here we go. Oil mill, 36,000. There. That's what I've got to get. Okay, so that's my next project. I've got to save up 36,000. Right, okay. And while the snow's around, I want to have a quick look at my poplar. I'll do that now. Hopefully this thing here is starting. You know, I honestly would have thought there would be more than what we're up to now. This is almost as if this has been stunted since I've done the update I was talking about. When I updated the map, I think it may have stunted the growth, because I'm sure it needs, it should be more advanced than what it is now. I would have thought it'd be a darker green by now. Could be wrong. I know it takes it takes a fair while, but I mean, I'll have to review when I did it how long ago it was. Okay, let's have a look at the calendar, plant calendar. Cotton. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm really at this stage. I can't really do a hell of a lot. Actually, I'll have a look at everything else around the farm. We sold everything off last episode. Hey, Blue. How are you? Hey, boy. Hey. You must be freezing. Okay. Really. How the eggs going? All right. Okay, we can do that. What's the price of eggs worth? Eggs. What am I doing? Excuse. Eggs. I thought I saw them a second ago. Eggs. Oh. Yeah. I don't want to be losing out money at this stage because I really need. Yep, I spent all the. I could take the wool down. That's one thing I could do if it's a good price, because I have been stockpiling it a bit. Okay, what's wool? What's wool worth? Don't know why I didn't see that. Alright, it's on the up and up. The spinner is still over 1,000. So again, that'll be 3,000, I'd imagine. If it's 3,000, if it's 1,000 a pallet, I'll just check the weight of the pallets. Yeah, so $3,000. It's not going to get us there, is it? And I'll just check the productions too for the water. Alright, they need filling up, so that's what I'll do right now. And hopefully by the time I get that done, the snow will be finished and I can work out what the heck I'm going to do. Okay. Where's my coffee? Right. spin out too much. I haven't checked the honey yet either. So there's no real need, no real rush, I should say, to get the mill, the oils, I should say, because I haven't got crops to put into it anyway. I've just got to start saving for the money, obviously. Now we're also going to look at. I was going to do the greenhouses. That's what I was going to do. Come on, Blue, up out of the way. There we go. Right, okay, so let's get rid of that for a moment. I wonder if my my little fountain there, what the heck? I'm not towing anything. I wonder if my fountain's what do you call it? Frozen up. So I was just looking at this ice. It's interesting how it's formed on this side of the shed, but not on the other side. Oh, we got any in there? No, I didn't expect to have any in there. Let's just jump in the cabin, I think, for a little bit. Well, I might end up having to sleep, because apart from filling up these greenhouses, there's not a lot I can do. But it was interesting having a look at the different productions. I'm really sort of concerned about this poplar. You know, I would have thought by now it would have progressed a bit more than what it is, than what it has. I'm not going to be close enough to it. What's the time? It is going on 10 o'clock. Hopefully if this comes around 10 o'clock, that's going to wipe out the snow. For a second I thought my game had crashed. So I just crept the tractor forward a little bit. It hadn't. Right. You know, there used to be a mod in FS25, and it was one of my favourite mods. I always had it. It showed you exactly growth levels between different crops and plants. For instance, I used to use it on the trees, because like trees go through different growth cycles. And grass, when you know it was, you can cut the grass at different stages. But with this mod, it just showed you what growth point the grass was at, or the tree was at. That would have been really handy for the poplar, just to confirm if it's actually, if it's actually progressing. I fear since I tried to update the map, or I did update the map, and it corrupted a good portion of it. Part of the portion was the poplar. Now I just hope it hasn't put it to a point where it's not going to be growing anymore. I hope it hasn't stunted the growth cycles of the poplar. I might have to look into that. I've got a recording of all my streams, of all my recordings, if that makes sense. Not only are they saved at YouTube, obviously, I've got them backed up on a hard drive. So what I might do after this episode offline is go through and work out when I planted them, the poplar, and see if I can determine if they should have moved on by now. So I'll be really disappointed because I put a lot of work into that poplar. To me, I had a look at it just then, and I mean it's hard to say with the snow, but from what I saw, it hasn't progressed. I could be wrong, and they don't progress every night. You know, there's one or two stages where you've got to wait a few different nights. Maybe it's just because I haven't, you know, I haven't given it long enough. You know, I haven't slept enough nights in this playthrough. You know, whole episodes have been devoted in the one day. You know, 2 episodes in one day, for instance. So maybe I'm just looking into it a bit too much. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it for sure. Definitely going to keep an eye on it. Because it's got me rattled. Because that poplar crop was going to be, you know, a very important part of this playthrough. Very important part. I was really counting on it. I love how it just dumps it in like 2 seconds and the refill takes a while. It must be pressurized or something. I'll do one more each. I'll do another 2 loads, 1 each, and then I'll work out what I'm going to do. What's the time? 10 o'clock. I don't believe in sleeping off days. It's one thing I do believe in. But sometimes you get back to the corner where you literally can't do anything. So I'll just see how we go. There's probably some work on the field I can do somewhere. If the sun comes out and melts the snow, I can probably tidy up that production where I placed it and make it look a bit more respectable. Because I really did blindly just plump it down. It probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. But I felt like I had absolutely nothing else to do. Okay, so we're really... Our next project is going to be the oil mill, I don't know what you call it, but converting stuff like canola into oil, if you grow olive oils, stuff like that. We can definitely start doing things with canola. It's an easy solution. We just got to save up enough money. Thankfully, we have got money coming in now, and I'm not going to bother selling anything unless it's at its peak price. I'm not desperate for. I'm really keen to get a hold of the production that does oil, but you know, I'm not going to go in debt by doing it. That's an option too. That's one thing I've never done in this game is take a loan out. Having said that, I say that, but the playthrough I'm doing with Backroads County, it started off with a debt. I didn't take the debt out. So apart from that, every time I've played this game, I've never bothered with getting into debt. The Backroad County is an exception, but as I said, I didn't actually take the loan out. It was just part of the initial playthrough. Just have a look at where we are at. Productions. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll just do one more fill. I'm just going to have a good think about what strategy to do. I haven't looked at the honey yet either. Really? Everyone's against me. Brake checking me left, right and centre. Well, I've been pretty patient lately. The only time I usually go, you know, absolutely crazy driving is usually if I'm having to sell something before the price goes down, or you know, if I've got a reason, I need to do something in a real hurry, and that's very rare, well then yeah, I will do anything I can to get there quickly. Okay, let's go. Refill. Another thing I've noticed lately, I've had some subscriptions come in, and I've mentioned it before. I don't think I mentioned it in Hermanns' house, and I think I might have mentioned it in Backroads County. So anyone that has subscribed, I'd just like to say thank you very much. To be fair, I'm not sure what they've actually described to. I've only got a couple of playthroughs running at the moment. So they would have either come from Hermanns or Backroads County or Contractville, which is completely separate to this game. But, you know, I'd like to say thanks anyway, and I really appreciate that actually. I certainly, when I started this series, well, this YouTube channel I should say, I wasn't even taking that into consideration. I'm basically doing it for the love of the game, but I'm absolutely welcoming anyone that just decides to subscribe, absolutely. And I'd also love to hear anyone, if anyone's got questions to ask or suggestions or anything to say or ask, absolutely send me a comment. Now what am I going to do? I think I've got enough of the time to get. I don't want to be spending the whole episode filling up greenhouses. Having said that, there's not a lot more I can do at the moment. I'm just really waiting for the snow to cut in, or cut out I should say. Are we undercover yet? Yeah. It's a bit deceiving because it's the Buck County. I keep saying Buck because there used to be another map called Bucks County, and this is Backroad County. I often get them mixed up, but yeah, Backroads County, the other playthrough, I really did start from scratch on that one, and I put a shed down. Well, it was actually a constructible shed. I had to construct it first, and it took me a little while to do it, and I only to realise that it's too small for the tractor. I mean, I really like the shed, but it's just the tractor doesn't fit in it, and it's a small tractor. It's not a big one. 9:30. Okay, well this crate is almost done. I'll just check the price. I'll just check the price on the honey. Is it in here or maybe the next one? Honey. Wow. Okay, it's probably just about at its peak right now. Should I try and... how much is it worth? 1,100. Huh. It's still going up, so I got to keep an eye on that. But this has taken forever. This is my first pallet. I haven't even sold a pallet since I had them in. Alright, let's double check on the wool as well. I know I just did, but I've sort of forgotten what it was. That's right, it's rising. It's 3,000. Yeah, I might hold off. Let's turn the engine off. I really wish this snow would go. Actually, I think I tried in my last episode putting fertilizer on here and it didn't work. I'll just check the other fields too, because maybe I can do some other work that I'm... let me have a look. So it's 41 and 42 I'm mainly looking at. That's being ploughed. What about stones? Have I done the stones? Yep, I've already stone picked them by the look of it. Both fertilised. Both picked. There's no point in me doing anything to field 42 because I'm going to turn that into a production area. What about lime? That's what I could do. That's odd how it's, there we go. Actually, I said 41 and 42. I thought I had 3 of them here. I had that one there, that one there. Okay. Now, I thought I had 32 as well, but I don't. So it's just really 41 is the only thing I can do in anything. It's been fertilised. Doesn't need a lime. Nothing's been planted, so it doesn't need rolling. Right, okay. Well, I'll just check these ones too. They're all fertilised. Okay. They're all limed. The stones that you're seeing on field 1, that's because of the extension I tried to do, and they didn't get picked up. They wouldn't allow me to pick up. Okay, so what have I got over here? I got that and the plough, probably, yep. Okay. That's the fertiliser, okay. What I might do, what I will do, I keep saying might, what I will do is just quickly check and see if the grass is taking fertiliser, because I know it needs it, but I don't think it's going to allow me. I think I might have left the second stage fertiliser too late. Which way is it going? It goes on this way. Okay, no worries. If I can't get any fertiliser onto the grass, I will sleep, because I can't do anything. I literally can't do anything. And even tomorrow I don't think I can do anything, but I will at least pop over to the poplar and see if it's progressed any. I'm just really hoping this snow goes. It's 11 o'clock. I mean, how long am I going to wait? Alright, so I'll park it in here. Now, where are we? Right, so I'll just give it a bit of a burst. I know I've done it a few times. Don't waste 2 minutes. Yeah, she's not taking it. Okay, so I might just leave it here anyway near the stone pile. Mainly so I don't forget next time. Okay. On that note, I'm just going to pop back to the house, and he's going to have an early night, early start. So I've just jumped over to the house. Alright, I'm just going to crash here for the night. I'll get him up nice and early, since he's going to bed early. I'll get him up at 6 o'clock. Hopefully the snow will be gone, the sun will be out. I'm not even upset it's raining. Okay, since I can't do anything anyway, might as well have a rain. So I'm just going to pop over to the poplar. Visit. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about this. Oh no, wow. I am no longer concerned. I can see now that it was planted in 2 stages, and look at this, folks. The poplar has definitely progressed. Well, that is a relief. Now if we go into the growth cycle, see, I actually thought it was going to be darker than this, but I can confirm at least it definitely has progressed. That's about the height you want it at. So probably another 2 nights, maybe. It's going to be at least 2 nights because it's not a dark green yet, so at the very least it'll be another 2 full nights, and then this portion of it will be ready to harvest. And actually, that has just occurred to me, that's going to have to be my number one priority right now, is to get a baler for it, which will be find them. So in here, I think it's in here. I think it's about $60,000. It's not cheap, but it creates. I'm just looking at the descriptions. I'm pretty sure it's about $60,000. Actually, if I go into here, and go into poplar, that's what I'm after. 100,000. Oh wow. Okay, I shouldn't have spent that $30,000. I can't even use it. My gosh. Okay. Okay, well, I know we've got 2 full days left, so it's 2 full days of saving. So note to self, I've got to save up $100,000 for this baler. This, yeah. Let's have a look at it. This is the unit that I use. Well, I first started with my other map. It cuts it at an offset. It comes out at an offset when cutting and turns them into like round bales, like your hay bales, but poplar. Now you may think 100,000 is a lot of money for this, and you'd be right, but the thing is, it really does make a lot of money, the poplar. Poplar would pay for it in no time. Yep. So this is going to be my number one priority as of now. For some reason in the back of my head I thought it was about $60,000, and it clearly wasn't. Okay. Again, I'll give it one last shot, I think. And why aren't we moving? I've already started it. Okay, I've started. Wait, there wasn't starting. Okay. I just want to give it a trial patch. Yep. I don't think it's going to. I think I'm just going to have to cut it at a lesser rate. Okay. Let's just have a look at the animals too. It's been a while since I've looked at food. Okay, I thought I filled the chickens up not so long ago. I'll have to do that. Yep, okay. Well, that's one thing I need to do now is fill up the feed the animals. I'll just leave this fertilizer out. It's got a cover on. It'll be okay. But next episode, if it's not taking the fertilizer, I'm going to cut it and do another silage run. I've got to start creating some money quickly for the so I can buy that baler because it's not going to be too far away. Now, once it gets to that big stage, like the tall stage I just showed you, it's not too far away. I can load that up to next episode. Right now, it's I'll get the chickens done first. At least we're producing anyway. I'm going to have silage, eggs, honey, wool, silage, I didn't say that twice. Yeah, we should be right. We'll get the money. I really shouldn't have bought. Well, I don't regret buying it because I'm going to need it. But maybe I should have just held off buying it till I got the popular baler. Right. Now I don't need a whole lot of grain, so I don't need to put a whole lot in. Barley. That's probably tons there. Oh, come on, boy. I know you like to play in the rain, but now I keep forgetting where the. I hope it's not here because the eggs are going to be in the way. I know it's on one of the corners. And the chicken's feeding them right smack bang exactly where I need to be. Right, let's see if I can just. These doors are going to be in the way again. Come on, turn. Okay, well that's about the easiest. Feel I've done with these chickens because it's pretty awkward. So folks, if you are struggling to find where the trigger was like I was, it's just honestly on the corner. You have to come in at an angle. Really? Come on, boy. Oh, what did I do that for? Oh, that's what I meant to do. Yep. Right, okay, I'll put this trailer back. I'll go grab some, I'll go grab some grass for the sheep. The other thing I'm going to also do, not straight away, but I'm going to get a manure spreader. Since I'm getting, or a slurry spreader. Since I'm creating a fair bit of slurry, I think it's slurry that I'm doing. Might as well make use of it. I'm not going to make a lot of money selling it. Just give it a little bit. Right. Okay. I'll just put this on the cover. It's had a wash. Right. I'll put 4 in, I think. Wow, look at these sheep. Oh, bah. Give it a 4. Because they were pretty hungry. They weren't out, but it was definitely getting down there. So everyone gets to feed. What's going on here? Am I on the wrong one? I don't think I am. There, must have been over the trigger. So you get these 4 taken out. Pity I can't lift 2 at a time. I love these little bales, but I'll tell you what, they were a real pain picking them up. But mind you, once they're in the this silo shed, they're really handy. I'm not even sure if it should take it because they were pretty hungry. I only usually normally put about 2 in, but they were really down. Right, let's have a quick look. You know what? They can go another 2. That's how hungry they were. Start. I'm not going to put any more in after this. This will be enough. I really let it, the levels get right down. Yeah, I didn't let it go out, but I'll tell you what, they really got down. So let's have a look now. Whoop, wrong button. Food. That'll do. That'll do. Just going to see if I can run through everything again. There's not much I can do in the fields. The only thing I could do would be mow the grass, but I'm going to leave that to another episode, maybe next episode. We've had a look at the poplar. The poplar's definitely grown, so I'm happy about that. I'll just check the calendar too. Okay, well actually, I'm not going to do it this episode, but where's these soybean and sorghum? What do I need? We're approaching the stage where we can start planting some stuff. I've never done peas. I just want to see if what's needed for peas, as in harvesting it. Let me just have a look. Is there a category for peas? I've never done peas before. No. Okay, well, what if I go and have a look at my vehicles? But case. I couldn't remember what brand of harvester I had. No, it doesn't. Okay, so there's no point in putting peas down. I will do it though once I've got the right equipment. Okay, we've got wheat, barley, oats. What was it? Canola. Not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure on that one. I've seen it before. I'll look it up in a second. Sunflower, soy, corn. Is that rice? Maybe. What's this one here? It's not that. I think is it sorghum? Might be sorghum, maybe. Can't remember. We'll have a quick look. I think it might be sorghum. Well, that's the other one. I can't see it. Yeah, it's sorghum. Alright folks, note to self, got to save up for the poplar baler. There's something else and we can look at planting the new crops, sorghum, after one more sleep. But folks, thanks for watching. I know it was a pretty uneventful episode, but we got the new production down, even though I'm not going to be really using it at this stage. Actually, I haven't even looked at it since I got it there. Let's just go visit. Let's have a look at it. We go inside. No. Okay. This is our new production we laid down. That looks pretty fair. It's pretty level. We're going to turn this into a production area, so I'm not going to do any more work on this field. suppose I could make a good screenshot. Well, make a screenshot. But it's a shame it's nothing else there. If I come close, it sort of blots out a lot of the boring background. Okay, note to self, but it's going to do a quick screenshot. Right. Okay, folks, thank you very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.